Hey beautiful people, welcome back to okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin Denise. If you are new here, welcome. What's good? What's popping? Okay, so today I wanted to sit down and have a chat with you guys about another law of attraction story. So my last law of attraction story, which I will put here if I'm a good YouTuber and actually remember, my last law of attraction story was about me manifesting essentially a scholarship or like $20,000. So that was pretty crazy. And today is another law of attraction story. I have been studying manifestation, law of attraction, all that stuff for probably about a year or two now. And I know when I was learning about it, I loved hearing stories from other people, kind of like a community. So without any more talking or any of that, let's get right on into the video. But before we do,
you already know the drill.
Subscribe to my channel. Let's get right on into the video. So I wrote some notes in my phone, guys, because, you know, I like to do a little bit of reflecting to really make sure I get all of the details in here for you guys. This specific story, or I guess success story that I'm going to be sharing, is about how I manifested my current career. So I've done a video already. I'm just gonna have so many videos to like forget to add to this video, but I actually did another video on what my job is, how I like it. You know, she's an engineer, whatever, she's an engineer with a master's. So this story is about how I manifested my career. It's interesting because I actually, right in front of me, have the journal entry on the 22nd of December of 2018, I have intentions for 2019. And I literally wrote in here, in the year 2019, I will graduate from my master's program, then, and find a career to support my preferred lifestyle. I will get a job I am good at and enjoy, making $80,000. Really? I will get a job I am good at and enjoy making per year. Also in my journal, I literally went into as much detail as saying, I want to make this much money. This is like my goal amount. This is like, I will be so happy, so surprised amount. This is the amount that I'm like, this is maybe a stretch, but this is what I want. And where did I land, honey? Closer to this end. It's just, it's honestly crazy. I think it's so important, by the way, to keep and to write down whenever I've manifested things. I've always written it in my journal, and I've been able to just like write it down in depth, in detail, and let it go. And that's the major thing. I guess I'll get on with the story, the actual story of how it happened. I was journaling, and this was months out. As you can see, in December, I was in my master's program at that point. I graduated in May, so at this point it's like 6 months out, and I was thinking of what I wanted to do as a career. You know, what I wanted the job to look like, what did I want to be making, what did I want as far as travel. I was just being very specific on like, if I had to choose my career, not my dream job, but the career that I'm about to go into, what would it look like? So I wrote all of that down in my journal, and this is something that in all of the things that I've manifested, I've been able to do, and all of the things I have yet to manifest, I've struggled with. That is detaching. Honestly, when I wrote down about my job, I literally wrote it down, and I just had probably like too much confidence from like having co-ops and stuff, but I just had full confidence that like, I mean, I know I'm gonna get a job. It can't be that hard, right? Like, I know what engineers make. I doubt that it'll be hard for me to get a job, especially making that, and you know, I just kind of let that go. So I wrote that in my journal, and then I went on about my life being in my grad school program. And I will say, I was still looking for jobs. So we had a career fair. I went to the career fair. I gave it my honest go. I, you know, put my resume, I updated it, and I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. I had a co-op that I was going back, that I wanted to go back to that company. I mean, that's like what I thought I wanted, but I was definitely open to other jobs. I'll say this, I wasn't like actively looking like every day, like when people are on real job searches where they look every day and they're like, I need to find a job, I'm calling people, you know, fist to the pay. I don't even know what people say, but I wasn't doing that. I would, you know, talk to people about what they no big deal, just an actual hailstorm going on outside, guys. But I was still going to career fairs. I was still putting my resume out there, but it really wasn't anything out of my way. It was just that in my, like, for some reason, like I said, I don't know if it was actually warranted or not, but I was so confident that when I was ready to find a job and as I put in resumes, something, like, I was going to get a job and I was going to get the things that I wanted. So now I'm gonna tell you guys how the universe and God, because I am a Christian, y'all, don't get it twisted, but I'm gonna tell you guys how the universe and God actually worked it on out for me. So the place that I work at now, I did co-op with before, so I did like an internship with them, and I kind of had this idea in my mind of where I wanted to work, and it was really in like a headquarters sort of, you know, office. Like I used to work in a manufacturing plant in my co-op, and I was like, it was fun, it was cute, but I don't know if I want that for my life. I'm more of a like Starbucks on the way in sort of girl. I'm more of, you know, yeah. So even though I really enjoyed the job, it wasn't really on my radar. So I was applying to a few other jobs, putting in, you know, like, this is a job in California where you work for this like literally in my mind I was like, what if I can get a job as like an engineer at like ColourPop or L'Oreal, you know, like I love makeup, why not? Towards like closer when I was like a few months out, I was like, I'm graduating soon, and even though I wanted a break, I wouldn't mind if I had like a 2-3 month break, but I was also like, I haven't heard back from even the few that I've like put in, so maybe this might be actually kind of hard. So one of them I was really banking on. I was like, in my mind, this is like the job for me. This is what I want to do. You know, if I had to choose, I guess it's closest to what I want to do. That's that. And so I'm banking on this job. I don't know what they offer, but I'm like, oh, but I have a master's, you know, and I've worked there before. I'm just positive that they're going to be competitive with their pay, and it's going to be, I'm just having faith that's going to be right where I want it. So I go through the whole interview with that. And then I remember just randomly, I ended up having dinner with my friend who came into town from Texas. She ended up coming into town for some certain reason and hit me up, and she's like, hey, let's get dinner. And we end up talking, and she's like, girl, you know, you should like apply. I feel like they would really like you. Like I can just push your resume to our actual HR person, plus you've already worked here, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm like,
okay, I will do it.
but at the same time, I'm like, but in my mind, I just have this whole other idea of where I want to work and the sort of environment that I see myself in. So at the end of our dinner, she's like, okay, so just go home, apply for it, let me know when you do, and I'm gonna push it forward to our HR person, and we're gonna get this thing going. And I'm like, oh. But I did, because I was like, well, you know what, I don't have any offers now. Worst case scenario or best case, you know, like why not just do the interview? At least maybe if I do get an offer with that and I don't get any other offers, you know, just trying to make like a backup plan or whatever. So I go through the whole process of that. It ends up being that the only companies I really heard from were the 2 companies I worked with, like I said. And at this point, about the same time, I finished all of the interviews and they're about to give out offers. I get an offer on the actual job that I really want, that I thought I really wanted to do. And sister,
it was not where I wanted it to be.
So the offer, like, it was hard because at that point, I was like, I had this hard number in my mind where I was like, I'm not going lower than this. I'm not going lower than this. And that number that they offered me was not there, honey, but it was the job that I thought I wanted, you know, being able to travel, being able to do all this. So then the other job that I thought I didn't want to do, I waited and I was like, okay, well, let me just see what their offer is. You know, I'm praying to God, I'm talking to myself, to my inner self, to the universe, you know, and I'm just like, please make it abundantly clear where where I should go, because at this point it's a matter of, okay, if they both offer the same, okay, maybe I'll go with this one that I think I would like more. If this one offers more and this one offers lower, but this one I thought I wanted, but this one is the money, and you know, at this point of my life with the goals that I have, the money is important. So I got the offer from my other job, the one that I have now, but at the time, the other job that I thought I didn't want. And girl, listen, I'll say this. The offer that I received from the one company that I thought I wanted was $20,000 lower than this offer. That's all I'm saying. Y'all do the math. I mean, you can't really do the math, but like, you know what I mean? Like $20,000. Once I was able to literally compare the offers, it became abundantly clear which job I was gonna be taking. And I tried to negotiate with the other job and said, hey, I really want this, I really care about this, but I have this other offer. Is there any way you can compete with this? They said no. And when they said no, I was like, well, I guess this, you know, like I guess that was made like very clear and very easy for me. So it's honestly amazing, and I'm glad that I used my journal to really write down what I wanted and to kind of just be like, this is where I see myself in about 6 months, sister. Let's make this happen. Because I literally go back to so many things where I'm like, my goal for like my YouTube or subscriber count is this much. And I see that I've like a lot of the things that I've written down, I have accomplished, and I have literally, I can be like, I did that. And or even sometimes it's like, I can't believe that was like, it's crazy to think that like at one point my goal was like, I just want to hit 50 subscribers, you know, and now I have 560.
Shout out to all of y'all, by the way.
And I know that there were a few questions on my last video when I talked about what I manifested, like how long did it take? What did I actually do? Stuff like that. So let's just answer those right now. Manifestation is not like, it's so different for everyone. It really does depend on what it is that you're manifesting. It depends on how much work you're putting in. It depends on how much you truly do believe that thing, and how much you're able to detach and you know, kind of be open to how it will come into your life. When we open ourselves up, and when people say detaching, it's all about detaching from the outcome and not trying to control. Like there are things in my life right now that I know, like I want it so bad, and I'm like, God, like why? Universe, why? Like seriously, why? Why can't I have these things? And I know it's because I'm trying to control how it happens. I know that that's really important, is being able to detach and allow yourself to be open to situations and opportunities that you may not have even thought of. Also, as far as timing, I mean, there's no, like I could tell you how long it took me from the time that I wrote it down to the time that like I manifested it, but it's different. Everything is different. It's not like if you ask for this one thing, it's gonna be the same for you, because you can manifest something, it could already be making its way to you, and you know, you could get it tomorrow versus me who maybe wasn't working as hard, maybe wasn't as committed, whatever it is, and it could take me months. It's different. So, all right guys, so I hope that this video was helpful for you. It was so fun sharing it. So if you enjoyed this video, or if it helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you share it with anyone who you feel like needs a little bit of extra encouragement, needs to hear some success stories to help them with their manifestation journey and learning about the law of attraction. Y'all, help them out. We are all a family. We all need it. Thanks for watching my video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.